to Lake Michigan. I just filmed this video, but it was super duper windy, and as I was about to leave, the wind died down, so I'm like, alright, I think that I should redo this. But I am talking to you today about moving from living in an unconscious autopilot way to a very intentional, conscious way. And this video is inspired partially by how I'm feeling in life right now. I'm just ready to actually change the patterns that have just ruled my life for way too long and sabotaged my actual progress into a different way of life. And partially by watching the movie American Beauty. It's dramatic, it's a movie, but very symbolic in a lot of beautiful ways. My favorite theme is the main man, Kevin Bacon, living this flatline life, you know, just so invisible in his neurotic and unhappy family, and finding this inspiration that just wakes him up and inspires him to say, I'm done with this, and make really radical changes in his life. And I resonate with a lot of other things. You know, the mom is neurotic and she cares more about appearances, appearing like she's joyful and having nice material things rather than actually having nice relationships and joy inside. And the daughter, she wishes that she was the catalyst for change within her dad. She wishes that she was enough to make her dad change, to make him happy, but she's not. Who is the daughter's friend, who the dad falls for in this really crazy, lustful way. You know, she is this awakening for him, which, you know, I don't condone this whole, like, adult liking this teenager, like, a lot of the parts of the movie, but I do really love how he says, I'm just so over, I'm so over this, I'm so over not being. Woo. I'm good, how are you? That was my very first out in public, someone walked up on me filming myself talking to a camera moment, and I'm sharing it with you. It's like catching my first steps on camera. My first steps as a real YouTube toddler. Okay. Where was I? I really like this movie. I relate to him awakening and being like, enough of this. Enough of this. I'm going to live how I want. And a lot of people may not understand, but it makes a lot of sense to me. I really resonate with this film. Another film that I highly recommend is Jeff Who Lives at Home. Okay? Those two movies, watch them and you'll understand a little bit better of who I am in a weird, hippy-dippy, spiritual, freaky sort of way. I also heard Russell Brand speaking about releasing the patterns that have sabotaged you time and time again throughout your life. If you look closely, the same pattern has sabotaged that job you lost, or that relationship, or that day. You know, the same things kind of mess you up, trip you up over the years. And I'm ready to intentionally release them. Not that I haven't released so many things, because guys, I have. I've released material belongings, attachment to this material life, relationships, rage, expressing myself in moments of intense emotions. I've learned to control so much by releasing a lot of things and ways over the past few years, which I hope to share more with you about in the coming month and who knows, years. But one change that I want to embrace is expressing myself more. So a challenge that I am doing, that I am starting today with this video, is 30 days of videos. Not necessarily filming every day, because I am going to be going away during Labor Day weekend 2019, but releasing a video every single day, because Spiritually, it helps my well-being by connecting and contributing to the world. You know, it's really important for me to share, and I want to share. Like, it's important to me because like it's such a strong desire. Like, I feel like I'm not living up to my fullest potential when I don't share, and I haven't been lately because I felt so overwhelmed with so many lessons that I've been like, there's no way I can possibly convey all of this stuff that I'm learning. Because you guys know, not understanding life to suddenly getting this answer, like this is what's going on, you know, narcissism or whatever it is. It's like a tidal wave of wow, enlightenment, really. And like, it's so much to process, and then to also express for someone who's been lost child, like quieted and dismissed, you know, for so long. It's just, it's hard, but I really want to share and connect with you guys. So I hope that someone out there is excited to hear what I have to say over the next 30 days and beyond. And it'll help my mind, because another thing that I've been doing is journaling, an excessive amount, which I've done in the past. Like, I remember in high school, I've thrown away my journals, which I now kind of regret, but I know I threw them away because they were so depressing. I was like, I don't want to relive this. It's kind of sad now. I wish I hadn't thrown them away, but at the same time, you know, whatever. It is what it is. I journal a lot, and I realize that I've got so much going on in my head, it like clogs up my functioning and fogs up my functioning if I don't get it out. So I've been journaling a lot. I want to express myself here a lot, and then also practice being more of an active communicator and you know, conversationalist, participant in my life and my connections with the people around me. Sometimes I just step into that observer role and I take in like all the parts of everyone around me and everything that they're saying, and then like I just, you know, feel through life. But I'm gonna start communicating more and like sharing my ideas and not being ashamed of them and not putting so much pressure on them, just getting them out there. It's better for my mind. And then also with my body, I am moving my body and fueling it with nice, natural, whole foods that make me feel good. So that's what this month is all about in my life. I am really trying to be proactive, not live in the future, but like live today and live how I can today to feel my best today, not how I can plan to live tomorrow to feel better next week. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I hope someone is excited and joins this journey with me in whatever way. Is there another human? Whatever way that you have wanted to change that you just haven't because of those same old patterns for the past, I don't know, several months, several years, entire lifetime. Break through it, you know, break through that barrier. Freudian slip, I just gave up alcohol. Break through that barrier, make a change, breach like a whale, just jump out into the sky and breathe in this blue abyss of an airy, grounded life. I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's do something cool together this month. Okay, so that's all I have for today. Join me again tomorrow. Give me a like and subscribe. Okay, let's share this life together. Before I go, I'm going to mention a couple more things about American Beauty. The first is that I really love how it, like, just all movies that show actual, like, vulnerable hardship. This shows, like, a vulnerable, dysfunctional family. And it exists, you know, it's real. And a lot of people are, like, turned off by it. They're like, this movie's too intense, but it's like, that's life, you know? Like, I get it, I've been there. I like that someone's not ignoring it and pretending it doesn't exist. Like, let's talk about it. You know, I like connecting with people on that hardship level. I like that vulnerable, hard stuff. It's artistic, it makes sense to me. Like, maybe it's probably because of how I grew up. A second thing I want to share is how the next door neighbor that moves in is really interested in the daughter of this dysfunctional family. And he documents everything. He's a videographer. And he documents her, you know, he kind of spies on her. It's a little bit creepy, but he's eccentric in a strange but, you know, okay way. If you watch it, you'll know what I mean. But I like how sometimes you're watching from what he's watching on his camera. You're watching like something going on with the family through his camera, through their window. You know, it's not like you're in the story, because sometimes movies and videos make it seem like you're in it, you know, like you're a part of it. And in a way, you know, I hope that you feel like we're connected and like you're having a strange conversation with yourself when you watch these videos. But in a way, we are a layer away. We are only observing, and this makes it feel a little bit intrusive. Like, do we really know what's going on? Like, what does it appear to be going on? You know, and then at the end, oh, here's people again. Let's make just here awkwardly.
Have a good afternoon.
You too. Bye. Okay. I feel so funny. Also, at the end, how things end is by someone having a skewed perspective. Like, they don't see everything. They're literally like seeing things through windows, but the wall between the two windows is covering up very crucial information. And then he makes this major decision based on an inaccurate amount of the story, you know, and assumptions and prejudices. And so it's very symbolic to me. You know, we don't have a full picture. You don't have a full picture of what's going on with me, and that was a kind of selfish way to put it, but you don't have it on anyone else. And the only person who you are and know is you. And trust that. Trust that you know yourself, and that you're getting to know yourself. You know what you want and where you're going, and you have the power to get there. So, don't let anyone else's skewed perceptions of you kill ya. I didn't ruin anything about the movie, but I did hint to it. But he tells you in the very beginning that he's gonna die, so. Okay. I was inspired by this creepy, eccentric neighbor to document some of my life last night. I'm gonna add that on now. Enjoy my night last night just before I went to bed. Now I'm gonna go. I love you. Thanks for watching. Peace. Hi, buddy.
remember that guy's name when I would call you. Must have been a good movie though. Robbins. Get it online.
There's a lot of Tony Robbins online. I think you're interesting.
Is that night vision?
No.